Hi guys, it's Keisha Henry. Welcome to today's One Day Inspirational. It's Monday and I'm live in Boca. How was your weekend? Mine was good. I was with family. It was good. I even got a chance to go back to church for the first time after having surgery. So that was really, really good. It was good to be back. It was good to be back and be a part of that community. I missed it. And it was nice to be welcomed back too. Got lots of hugs and kisses yesterday. It was good. So what are we talking about today? Did you see today's post? It says that feelings are not facts, so don't get swept away by them. Well, let's just be honest. I'm not exempt from that. We all experience different things, disappointments, setbacks, difficulty in communication, difficulty in relationships. So none of us are exempt from these overwhelming and challenging emotions. But it's a fact that we don't need to get swept away by them. So that's the only fact about that. But feelings, I like to always talk about the clouds. Take a look at the clouds. Give some thought to this. Clouds come and they go. They literally float by, they come and they go. And so, because they come and they go, I use that as an explanation or example to say that our emotions come and they go. And they come and go because that's the nature of our feelings. So if that's the case, then how can we believe then that they're factual and then allow those inconclusive facts to cause us to lose our ability to be stable, lose our ability to regulate, lose our ability to have a sense of wholeness. When those things are void or devoid of those things, then we have anxiety. When the nervous system is not properly regulated, then you're not going to be able to think clearly. You're not going to be able to make proper decisions. You're not going to be able to properly function. In fact, you probably want to spend a lot of time covered up under a blanket and just not motivated, not elevated at all. And so, feelings are not facts. If you get swept away by them, as I mentioned, those are some of the things that perhaps you've done or that you're probably still doing. So, how can we move away from that? The pause. So today, that's the key word today, is talking about the pause. So what example can I give about the pause? Well, for example, look at our breathing. As I'm talking to you, there's a natural regulation of my breathing. Had that not be the case, I would talk to you like this, be hyperventilating. A lot of times when difficult and negative emotions come, that's basically what our nervous system is doing, is hyperventilating. We're totally dysregulated. We're just not functioning. I can go deeper into that, but we don't have a lot of time for that. But when we're dysregulated, a few things can go wrong. Number one, we're not able to sleep because the brain is just constantly going. All these thoughts, all these negative thoughts, and then with those come the negative emotions, and then from those come the negative impulses. By the way, so for every negative thought is a negative emotion. Did you know that? And then not only just you get one negative emotion, but you have several of them that gets attached to all of that. And before you know it, your nervous system is dysregulated and you're not able to really do much of anything. And again, as I mentioned, your sleep becomes disrupted and if the brain is not getting rest, then you're really going to be able to shut down much faster. And I'm sure that's not what you want. So pause then. So I was talking earlier about the need to pause. Seriously. There are a lot of ways that you can do that. I always mention, put the purple ball in the middle. I like purple. But put the purple ball in the middle. And what a pause really essentially is putting a break between whatever it is that's triggering you, whether it's that negative thought or that circumstance or that argument or that phone call or whatever it is. And from that thing, you're able then to derive a negative emotion. There, several negative emotions, and from there, everything that I mentioned before. So what can you do to stop that from happening? Put that purple ball in the middle, have that pause. As I mentioned earlier, if I did not have a natural regulation of my breathing, I'd hyperventilate. And we don't want to continue to do that when circumstances hit us. So pauses, what can that possibly look like? Number one, we can do breath work. Again, there's several videos on YouTube about breath work. But what is breath work essentially? Pausing, slowing down the brain so you can think where your nervous system is not overwhelmed. Taking slow, deep breaths, right? That's a pause. Another natural pause can be changing your environment. If something's happening in your space, maybe it's best to walk outside. Maybe it's best to do the opposite of what you're experiencing. If there's a quarrel, then perhaps you just step away from the quarrel and maybe play some music. I don't know. Whatever you can do. And perhaps, as I'm thinking about this and I work with different persons, they too have to think about what their pause is going to be. Maybe you got to think about what your pause is going to be. Maybe your pause needs to be not having these repeated negative thoughts and these, negative emotions that just simply just barrage of you coming in on you. Maybe you need to think about, what can I do in those moments when my mind just does not seem to want to stop? What can you do about that? So I don't know what your pause can be. And I often mention about maybe stepping outside into nature. Maybe you need to pick up the phone and call someone. What can your pause be? Maybe you need to go take a walk. Maybe you need to exercise. I don't know. But do something different. But today I want you to think about that pause. Again, remember that a pause is just a natural stop, right? Because if you're not able to trim or to taper or to disrupt whatever it is that's triggering you, then you leave yourself wide open to be dysregulated. So that's today's One Day Inspirational, taking a natural pause from the things that can cause you to be swept off your feet. And I hope that you will take advantage of that. Ask yourself your question. Ask, what's my pause going to be? Today's One Day Inspirational. I love it. I hope you did too. And I look forward to doing more of these One Day Inspirations. As I always say, have a great week, and I'll see you next week, Monday, for your One Day Inspirational. Bye, guys.